We're going.
We're good?
Yep.
Hi guys, this is Tristan with Everyday Outdoors. Today I'm going to talk to you about a few tips for bow hunting and just bow practice in general.
Today is October the 23rd. Here with Everyday Outdoors, and today...
So the first thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is just having a good anchor point. Sometimes I like to use my thumb on the back side of my ear, and it just helps me get a consistent shot and get set up in the same way, in the same form every single time. It just helps me be a better hunter, more ethical shots are made. The second thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was being able to follow through with your shot. So I see this a lot whenever I'm showing people that are just getting into it, or even catch myself if I take a long time off of shooting. So following through with your shot, basically that's, if you throw a basketball into a hoop, you're gonna end up jumping and you're gonna go with the flick of your wrist and everything like that and then you're gonna follow through with it. Well, it's kind of the same concept with shooting your bow. I like to keep my hand open, not too open to where your arrow will catch it, but you just release and you let your bow fall, and that's what that strap is. Now, if you don't have a strap, that's okay. You just don't let your bow fall. But keep your hand open and just barely hold your grip, and then just be able to grab it right back. Third thing, take a deep breath and reassure everything. Double check your anchor points, double check that your peep sight is not flipped around on accident. That deep breath will help you be steady, and it's just like when you're shooting a gun or you're rifle hunting. That'll help you be steady and making a good, clean, ethical shot. So the fourth thing would be to shoot often, shoot consistently. That even during the off season, try to shoot at least once a week, and sometimes even 3 to 4 times a week, month to 2 months before season. That way you're getting good practice in. Be sure to always practice from actual hunting situations, as far as don't practice from just your 10, 20, 30, 40 yards. Practice from 27, 23, elevated shooting. That way you get your angles in. Practice with getting your heart rate up, running around trying to imitate that buck fever, turkey fever, tom, whatever you got to do to try and change it up. Go outside and shoot when it's really cold. Go outside when it's hot for early bow season. Shoot at dusk. That's another big one, that right before you get your pins, that's when that big buck's gonna walk out. So be sure and go out there and shoot early morning, late night. Try and get used to your not being able to see your sights as well. So the fifth thing that we'll talk about is just don't cheap out on equipment. You know, you can get cheaper bows that are just as good as the $2,000 to $1,500 bows, but be sure that if you're gonna end up buying a used bow or used equipment anyway, that you get it checked out, you look at it really good, and that you make sure that it's all properly working. You know, you don't want a string snapping, you don't want a limb cracking or breaking. I know I've been through a couple of bows with just bow fishing that my bow has actually cracked the limb after using it for a while, and which that's a completely different scenario, but it was still a used bow and I should have went and got it checked out. So just be sure that you take it down to your local sporting goods store, or you take somebody with you that really knows bows, knows how to look it over and look at the equipment before you end up buying it. Or if you yourself are really confident in your judgment, then you can do that. I like getting trophy ridge sights, and I like how they have levels on most of them. So any sight that really has a level, I like, just so it keeps me in steady, it keeps my shot consistent, and that you are able to see that you are on target.
Alright guys, that was Tristan's 5 tips for better bow shooting. Be sure to go down in the comments if you guys have any questions or thoughts, and be sure to say hi to Tristan since this is like his first tip video. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed Everyday Outdoors, and until next time, God bless.
Shoot often during the off season. Well, dadgummit, we're just gonna skip this one because I cannot remember what I said about 4, but I remember 4 being good. All right, so we're just gonna go 5.
Just relax, it's okay. Just like. All right, guys, that now I'm driven on my words. Great, okay.
You might have to close that one.
We're gonna have to start doing a blooper reel from now on.